So, welcome to the most impromptu introduction to a video ever. Basically, the file for the actual introduction and the actual outro-duction got corrupt. It doesn't exist anymore, so here I am, Emilia, from 3 days after filming this video. It is a nice rose gold, glittery eye type thing. Anyway, you get the idea. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will pass you back to 3 days ago, Emilia, and you can watch the video, and then I will be back for the outro-duction. If you don't want to see the makeup I'm wearing right now, and you want to see the makeup that is in the thumbnail, then carry on watching. If I'm being completely honest with you right now, I'm not wearing any trousers. Okay, so I don't think I even really need to say what I've already done because it'll be pretty obvious because it's what I always do in every single video, so we are just going to jump straight in with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. So the first colour I'm going to take from this palette is this one down here, and it's called Sandalwood, I do believe. It is called Sandalwood, and it's just a sort of mid-orangey brown colour. And I'm going to take that on a big fluffy brush, and we're just going to blend that through our crease as our initial transition colour. Okay, so once we've got that colour down, I'm then going to go back in and I'm going to take the colour next to Sandalwood, which is this one here, and it's called Henna, and it's just a sort of deeper orangey red colour. We're just going to kind of put that over the top of Sandalwood and just run that through the crease, just to define the crease a little bit more. And you'll notice in the inner corner I've just brought it up above the crease a little bit, just because when we put that glitter on we kind of want some of that colour to still show over the top, and that will also help blend the glitter out a little bit more as well. As you can see, the edge of this is still a little bit rough and ready, so I'm going to go back in with our original blending brush with no extra product on it, and I'm just going to blend out the edges of the henna colour. I'm not purposely putting anything on this side of the lid, but the primer I use does sort of push away eyeshadows to the side, so hopefully that lid space will become a lot clearer when I put the primer on. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of that henna colour just to kind of build it back up again. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit more Sandalwood just on my brush and just blend that out again. And you'll notice I'm switching between kind of windscreen wiper motions just to blend out the top, and circular motions, which is just going to give us that big sort of blown out look that I like to have going on there, which kind of causes the gradient from light to dark. Then I'm going to take an even smaller crease brush, and I'm going to take a mixture of the shade Bossy, which is this one, and Cocoa, which is this one, and they're sort of, Bossy is a sort of brown pink and Cocoa is like a dark brown. So I'm just going to take a mixture of those two, and I'm basically going to place that over the top of henna, but just kind of a bit further down so we can still get that gradient going on. Use a mixture of those two previous blending brushes just to blend out those colours. And then for just an even more kind of defined crease, I'm going to take, on an even smaller brush, I'm going to take Black Truffle, just a tiny little touch of it. And I'm going to sort of wiggle that along the sellotape line. And then I'm going to go in with all three of those previous blending brushes to blend that out. So now that we've done that, it's time to put the glitter on. So for my glitter primer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Aqua Seal primer, and what I like to do with this, put a little drop or two on the back of my hand, get it on my finger, and then I just kind of put that onto the lid space where we want the glitters to go. So the first glitter I'm going to go in with is Trust Fund, which is just the bronzy kind of coppery one, and I just take that on my finger and then I literally just brush that onto the lid. And then on and my other finger I'm going to take the colour right next to it, which is called Rose Gold, and just mix together these two eyeshadows. Have the most, they just have the most beautiful colour ever, and I just absolutely love them. So we're just going to do that. To kind of get rid of that kind of over the top line, I'm just going to blend slightly. And I'm going to go in and do my winged eyeliner quickly. What is this, Connor? What is this?
Yeah, I mean, George knows that tequila is the worst thing in the world.
Tequila is the worst thing in the world. Don't do it. And then we've got a nice smooth wing. Oh, best feeling when that happens. Best feeling ever. I'm now going to move on to concealer. I'm going to be using the 17's Daytime Concealer as always. I've recently got a new one and it's so liberating. I was using a running out one for so long. And now I've got a new one. It's so good. Life is so much better when you have new concealers. And I'm just going to blend that out with my sponge, which is Mess as normal. I need to do the fairy liquid trick with it and see if it actually works. I hope it does, because I actually do need to clean this sponge really badly. Lash line, I'm going to be taking a smaller tapered crease brush and I'm going to be mixing henna and sandalwood together, which, if you remember, are the first two colours we used on our eyes, and I'm just going to run them under the lower lash line. Before we blend that out, I'm going to take a little bit of Bossy and just pop that in the outer corner. And then I'm going to take that big round fluffy blending brush and just blend that out so it's a bit more soft. In the inner corner, I am first going to take the colour Moon Dust from this palette, which is this kind of pale gold colour. And bring that slightly up onto the lid space, like so. And then, because I kind of want that to be a little bit brighter, I'm going to take the champagne colour from the Morphe 350 palette. Brow bone, I'm going to be taking this colour here, which is also from the Morphe palette. I'm just going to pop that on my brow bone. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. And then I am going to just finish off the eyes, and I am first going to do my waterline, and I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk for this. And then I'm going to do my tight line with a black Kajal eyeliner, obviously. And then I'm just going to add mascara. Lashes as well, cannot forget dem lower lashes. And then I'm going to add eyelashes. I've already added my eyelash on this side, but groundbreakingly, I'm not using a Fleur de Force pair today. The pair I'm actually using are again from Eyelure, but they are from the Enchanted collection, and these are the style Jasmine. The box is over there because I couldn't be bothered to go and get the box and show you the box. But they're in the orange box, if you're wondering, and they're very nice eyelashes, I have to say. Absolutely love them. I'm still a mess when it comes to eyelashes, but still. And there you go, that's the finished eyes. Okay, so for the face, I am obviously going to be using my favourite foundation, which is Maybelline Fit Me. You have seen me do this 100 times, so I'm just going to speed up through this process. I need to get a new one of these foundations, I really do. I'm running out so badly and I love this foundation so much. I wore this foundation to a party the other night. It was the first time I'd kind of put it to the test of time and sweat and alcohol and stuff, and it was amazing. It stood up to everything. I am just so proud of it. I love it so much. Yeah, that is the other exciting thing I should talk about. I remembered it when I said alcohol, because I am now 18, which means I can legally do stuff like buy alcohol, which is pretty cool. I've been 18 for nearly a week now, and it's actually pretty liberating, I have to say. I feel like I'm giving myself like all sorts of diseases just from using this sponge, not gonna lie. Okay, so for highlighter I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Revolution highlight palette, and I'm going to be taking this middle colour here because it's sort of a pinky goldy colour. I'm just going to pop that on my cheekbones. And my nose. And my Cupid's bow. So I'm going to keep the lips pretty simple today, no sort of lipstick or anything like that, just a lip liner and a gloss. So I'm going to be using the MAC Boldly Bare lip liner because it's my favourite kind of pinky nude lip liner. Like so. And then I'm just going to pop over the top my Avon Plump Out lip gloss in the shade Natural Peck, which is a sort of rose goldy lip gloss, I guess. That, everybody, is the end of this tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm really sorry for all the kind of rubbish introductions and stuff when I'm still wearing my ugly work polo shirt and day-old makeup and crappy hair. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then give it a like, give it a comment so I know that you enjoyed it and I can do more videos like this. And if you did enjoy it that much, you could subscribe, because that would be great and really helpful. So go do it now. And yeah, I just ditched my boob, I'm really sorry. I'll see you in the next video.